Samsung didn't seemingly update the cameras much on the Z Fold 8 Ultra. However, I think across the Fold 8 series, they have got some upgrades, and today I'm going to show you them. Welcome back to SamMobile TV. You're here with Daniel. At Unpacked, Samsung likes to talk a lot about things like Galaxy AI, hardware improvements. They very seldom big up their upgrades to their camera experience. They only really bring the big stuff to the fore, and then the little stuff underneath kind of goes unnoticed. So today, I'm going to bring them to the forefront and show you some of them on the Fold 8 and the Fold 8 Ultra. So let's launch the cameras here on both. Great. They're both open. Let's go through and show you the upgraded stuff that I want you to see. First thing is in Pro Video mode. So I'll swipe across to Pro Video mode on both phones and open Pro Video mode up. What you're going to notice here is that if I click on the resolutions, Samsung have actually upgraded the frame rates and the resolutions on offer. So starting over here on the Fold 8 Ultra, you can see that Samsung with 4K have added in 48, 25, 50, and 100 in addition to 24, 30, 60, and 120. You now have a much more expanded frame rate selection, which means you're going to be able to capture with a lot more variety and a lot more speed or a lot more cinematic sort of style because of the frame rates on there that they've got. Those same frame rates are available on Full HD as well, but 8K misses out on all of them. It does, however, get 8K 25. So again, more cinematic, kind of goes with the 24 and the 50 as cinematic options. And with 8K, you've now expanded it, not just 24 and 30, but you have 25 as well. And that change is reflected across both the Fold 8 series. So the Fold 8 and the Fold 8 Ultra both get that upgrade to the 8K and the 4K video recording inside Pro Video mode. And that kind of speaks to where Samsung have been heading this year when it comes to their camera upgrades. It's very much about video. Something that the Fold 8 and the Fold 8 Ultra share is the same chip, the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 for Galaxy. That chip has also enabled some of Samsung's video capabilities that they brought to the S26 Ultra earlier in the year. So if we go into the four-dot menu and into settings, and we go into video format, what you're going to see in here is the new APV codec that Samsung have included. This is great because of the fact that it will enable you to capture lossless quality video right from your folding smartphone. Now, this isn't necessarily hidden. Samsung did talk about this quite a bit at the S26 Unpacked, but didn't really mention it for the Fold series. So again, I'll just highlight the fact that it does have it. So if you're wondering, you can actually shoot in APV, which means you'll be able to capture that lossless video quality. In here, you can determine whether or not you want to use it in HDR or with log style video. And you've also got a profile. You can have high quality or low quality, and it tells you how much storage that'll use with the resolution that you've chosen. And it's a lot, which will bring this next option into play. If I go back, previously, this next setting was buried in Camera Assistant and you needed to go find it. Samsung have now brought it out of there and put it into the main part of the phone. So if I find it here, you'll see Save to External Storage now as an option as well. And in here, you can record videos directly to USB as opposed to having them stored on your phone. So you can bypass your internal storage altogether and have it stored separately, especially with that APV codec and the fact that you can record 8K on both the ultra-wide and the main camera now. So if I go into video, select 8K on both, you'll see that the ultra-wide and the main camera are there as options to record in 8K. Because of the fact that they've both got 50 megapixel ultra-wide cameras, they can shoot in 8K from them. Within the external storage save option as well, you've got something called Safe Save, where it will actually fragment it up, the file that you're recording in APV. That way, if you do happen to have an issue where it disconnects or stops recording to it, it actually will save portions of the video, and it's much safer than just trying to save it all in one. So that's a toggle. If you're using this, you probably want to turn on. Staying in the settings, and this time we are going into Camera Assistant. I am looking forward to them bringing this next feature out of Camera Assistant, but whatever. The default resolution, actually just getting out of settings quickly, for taking photos is actually going to be set to 12 on each phone. So both the ultra-wide, the main, and the 3x on the Ultra will capture 12 megapixel stills, but you can change that. Samsung have kind of gone down the path that Apple have brought in, which is a 24 megapixel resolution option as the default. Now, I can hear you saying you've got 50, you've got 200 options. those aren't going to be the default option that you should capture with, purely because there is some sort of compromise in dynamic range, in also with colors to achieve that higher processing and also speed too. 24 megapixel option is going to balance all of that. So in Camera Assistant, if we find it over here as well, and we go to where it says 24 megapixel resolution as the option, you need to go in here, turn on 24 megapixel in photo mode, and then also put on keep 24 megapixel resolution so it stays as that resolution all the time. And then all you need to do is go into the camera again, find the resolution option, change it to 24 on both, and then that way, every single time you go to take photos, it'll capture it in 24 megapixel resolution. The only thing it won't do on the Ultra is if you capture it with the 3x camera, it's going to bin or go back to 12, not bin because it doesn't have high resolution at all, which means that only one camera won't be able to capture it. If you use digital zoom, if you also use night mode, it'll also capture it in 12 megapixels. There is some instances where it won't capture 24, so you just have to be aware of what those are. And the same if you go into like portrait mode, for example, it'll also default back to 12. There is no 24 megapixel resolution option here in this part of the phone. And then the last one, we're going to go back into video. And this is a great one, especially on the Fold 8 Ultra because of the screen real estate that you get, but also on the Fold 8 too. So I'll open this up and we can show you. So because of the way you've got this expansive screen real estate, Samsung have got a new toggle within dual recording. Let me just go back to default 4K 30. So if I go into the 4 dots on both, you'll see here the dual recording toggle option. Now what you can see here is like a vertical or horizontal split. So on this one, I'm going to choose horizontal. And then what you'll see is you've got two 16:9 splits happening top and bottom, which means it's going to capture from the rear camera and the selfie camera in 16:9, so proper aspect. And over here, I can go into horizontal. Actually, I have to rotate it. And I'll rotate this one this way so we can get the vertical split. So that means you've got two 9:16s, which is great for social media content, which means you can capture both the rear and the selfie camera at the same time. Now, this is a great option, but there's a setting inside the settings that I will get you to change so you're not just ending up with one square video, you get two. So underneath the dual recordings heading, you'll see save as previewed in one file or save in separate files. Save as previewed will literally save it as one file. You'll get just a square with the two side by side. Separate means they're going to separate them into individual videos. Same audio, same timing, everything's lined up with each other, and then you can edit between the two, splice if you want. So that's the one I'd turn on, and then you just have to hit record off the back of that, and it's going to save that orientation and that stuff that's been captured out of both cameras as separate files, and then you don't need to do anything else. If you want, you can edit it. It's great. So if I hit record on both here, it's going to just record both of them, and I'll stop it. What's great is, let's say I go into the gallery here, you'll see that it's got dual recording rear and dual recording front. And then when I go to edit, you can actually edit it as a dual video and it combines them together and it basically brings it back to what it was before. So up to you how you want to do it, but the options are there. So that is some camera stuff that you will find on both the Fold 8 and the Fold 8 Ultra. Definitely worth checking some of them out if you weren't using some of them already. Let me know how you go in the comments below. Make sure you hit subscribe to SamMobile TV whilst you're down there. You can go check us out on our website, sammobile.com. You can also go and find us on our socials as well. We're everywhere you can think of, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks.